Okay, number 7. Solve the following using the quadratic equation or quadratic formula. So we're going to call it solve with the quadratic equation. And again, we're going to use x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now, again, from the formula, I always like to write this formula out by putting parentheses where all the variables are over here. So we got x equals negative sign, which is always in the formula. I'm going to put parentheses for the b, plus or minus, then we got the square root, put parentheses for b squared, minus 4, parentheses for a, parentheses for c, all over 2, and then parentheses for a. Now again, the a, b, and c comes from back over here where we got it set equal to 0. A is still the number in front of x squared, which would be 3. B is still the number in front of x, which is 9. And c is your constant, which is 5. So now we just got to put these numbers in the appropriate spots. So b comes first. Well, b is 9. So I put 9 in the first parentheses. Then inside the square root it's b squared. So again, we know b is 9. Minus 4a, well, a is 3. And then c is 5. And that's all over 2 times a, and again, a is 3. Now when we go to simplify this down a little bit, we'd have x equals the opposite of 9, so negative 9, plus or minus, then we have a square root. So let's go up here and do some simplifying here. 9 squared would be 81. Then with the minus 4ac, I treat this like a negative 4. So negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 times 5 is negative 60. And then I'm going to combine 81 and negative 60 to get 21. And then that's all over 2 times 3, which is 6. Now, when we get to this point, we first want to see, okay, is that a perfect square underneath the square root? Well, no, 21, the square root of 21 is somewhere around 4.5. So that's a decimal, so it's not a perfect square. Is there a perfect square that goes into it? Well, our perfect squares are like 4, 9, 16, etc. But none of those go into 21 evenly. So if it's not a perfect square and you can't simplify it, then we're just done.